Guys, Flames here, and today I am checking out a brand new app, which is also a drawing app. And this drawing is actually called Feel the Power. I do not have a name for this character. This just came up out of my head, and I really wanted to try this app out. The app is pretty simple, really, but it was kind of difficult on trying to figure out what pen or what marker does what. So I even tried to figure out a few things on one, how to use the bucket tool and how to pretty much smudge things in in between. So there is actually a lot of different erasers, sorry, and pens. There's even a crayon tool, which, as you can see, I used that to pretty much sketched out the drawing and everything, and every single thing else. So within, I'm actually using a fine pen tool to actually draw the character out. I had to change a few things because, for one, when I was drawing out the character, it did not look right, especially with its robe. Yes, this one's actually wearing a robe, and to kind of give that kind of like wizard power kind of feeling to it. And I've also had learned that there was a turn cycle within this app, and you can't really turn it off at all. I tried to do that, but I failed. But to me, the app was actually pretty good. It worked really nice, except for the fact that it kept kind of turning all over the place. I can't even get the photo to even stay in one place, so if you do make it to the end of the video, you can see that I'm kind of struggling within showing the picture because it was really hard trying to straighten it up. So within this character, I don't really have a backstory of it, but I will tell you what it is doing and what it probably is. So previously there was different kinds of dragons or monsters. This one isn't really a dragon, it's more likely a monster, and what it was, it used to be one of the guardians of the villages back then, but now Northern and her friends has technically taken over that job and has to defeat the Shadow Eyes. The Shadow Eyes, I'm still kind of working up on them, and it might be a little bit later, but I'm trying to see if I can find out what colors I can make the villain and every single thing else. So, what this elder happened to do was actually feel like they were corrupted, and this is what they normally do when they do. They actually let their energy orb out of their system and try to gain their own power back, which is why it's called Feel the Power instead of losing or drown the power. So, technically, this character was an elder that was destined to protect its tribe of the actual villagers that lived down on Earth. Because the elders, what happens to them is that once they are found or they are retired after new guardians are being made, what technically happens is that they are actually transported to space. And you can understand within the background that will probably be drawn. What else? Not only that, but there's also these uh, these the sun guardians. This one's actually one of the sun guardians. It's not a moon guardian. It's not the night sky kind of guardian. It's actually the sunny guardian. The sunny guardians normally have these lightful colors and every single thing else that technically represents the sun, the clouds, the sky, everything. And they always wear these necklaces because it's technically what they like to call their gem, their power sources, anything in between. They don't normally use their powers for like evil or anything in that sort, but if one of them were to become corrupted, it is a possibility that they could turn into a shadow. Shadows are technically shadow versions of themselves, but they work with the shadow eye. And what the shadow eye is technically, okay, I'm just gonna say it. She's a giant raptor that used to be a flying dragon. Yeah, I know, that probably didn't make sense, but it'll make sense once you see her. And these shadow minions and the shadow orbs are actually made from all the guardians that had become corrupted and had to go into the actual darkness. And they turn into these shadow raptors as well as these shadow orbs of power and magic. So that's pretty much all what happens. She has lots of like evil powers that could go against Northern and her friends. In fact, she's actually like a big thief. So if you're trying to learn about the villain's backstory, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to wait until that drawing comes out, because I'm pretty sure I gave out a little bit too much information about what's gonna happen to the animation of transformations. I'm actually having kind of like troubles on how to design the villain, really, because I want to make her look like she's evil, she's tough, she's mean, or more likely she's cute but deadly kind of look or outlook. There's also some other things that I never really thought I could put on her. For one, if anyone has seen the White Flag animation, you would probably know what the villain is, and yes, she does look a little bit weird. But that's only because that was from the beginning of when I started animating and actually started to draw. So, if people are wondering on how I got inspired to animate and draw all these new characters, it's actually from other Flippaclip animators and other animators in general. I figured maybe if I was able to, draw and keep drawing and finally be able to make a moving picture, which it worked and it paid out. And I really did like how it came out at first. But when you start looking back at it, it's kind of It's like a very weird thing of this and that. And I kind of wish I was able to remake it. So Transformations is somewhat of a sequel to that. So if you guys haven't seen that, I do recommend you watching it. And afterwards, I will tell you the villain and every single thing else. I still have to come up with an actual name for her, but for right now, I can only come up with their main villain name, which is the Shadow Eyes, which is mainly all I can come up with. I don't want to give her like a very stupid name or like something that'll tell you, oh hey, I'm this, yeah, I'm a villain of the actual game. No, I want to see if I can try to maybe import a name that would probably not say, hey, I'm a villain, this and that. And at first I'm like, okay, maybe I should just call her a dark version of myself. Yes, I have did a Dark Flames before, but I don't think that's what I'm going to call her because the Dark Flames that I made is totally different from this villain. Which, if you guys want to see the Dark Flames version, I am happy to show you and actually draw it for you. I just have to come up with the comset, background, and yada yada yada. But yeah. There's also a few more things about this new villain that I drew, or more likely old villain that I drew and just kind of remade. Which I'm not going to tell you because it would be a spoiler if I did. But she has like a pastime of crime, other things like that, and let's just say that she used to be one of the guardians of the night sky. She used to, but it's kind of complicated since she was struck by something. Not gonna tell you what it is. Pretty sure someone knows who I'm talking about, but I'm not gonna tell you what she was struck by, but I will tell you it made her look like she was Ash. Yep, that's all I'm gonna give you guys. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that little bell to become the Flaming family. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and keep flaming on. See ya!
Do you ever feel like a misfit? Everything inside you is dark and twisted. Oh, but it's okay to be different, 'cause baby, so am I. So am I, so am I, so am I. Can you hear the whispers all across the room? You feel her eyes all over you like cheap perfume. You're beautiful, but misunderstood. So why you trying to be just like the neighborhood? I can see it, I know what you're feeling. So let me tell you about my little secret. I'm a little crazy underneath this, underneath this. Do you ever feel like a misfit? Everything inside you is dark and twisted. Oh, but it's okay to be different, 'cause baby, so am I. So am I, so am I, so am I. Do you ever feel like it, I crave it when your pulse begins to fade. I suit up and tighten my boat in my top hat and my cane. Cause the bear doesn't care that he's evil. Microphone holler back at the people. I suit up and tighten my boat in my top